Good morning, everybody, and welcome to The Balancing Act. We are so glad you joined This Is America series, once again going behind the scenes of Broadway's best shows as they travel up, which has a whole new look, sound, and sensibility.
You know, it's hard to imagine that it was first written for television back in the 1950s with Julie Andrews.
Did not know that.
She was the star, seen by over 100 million viewers, and only made its Broadway debut in 2013.
And we'll be talking to the folks behind this new contemporary take on the classic tale, who brought it to Broadway and are now bringing it to a theater near you for the very first time.
I can't wait. Plus, I'm going to be learning more about my numbers, more specifically cholesterol levels, weight, height, and more as a portable biometrics testing center comes to the Balancing Act.
Broadway Balances America, brought to you by
Broadway and beyond, as our Broadway Balances America series takes us behind the scenes of some of the most
been thoroughly reimagined and modernized.
That's right. It's a story of female empowerment brought to life by an impressive creative team which has found just the right balance in creating the Cinderella
is Eversense with its contemporary approach to finding our own happy endings. As for the stars of the show, they're happily living their dreams on the road while balancing motherhood. But this Cinderella has a new look, sound, and sensibility. This kind heart
to the larger audience.
In my own little corner in my ought to be.
It was interesting the way to make everything more current, a wonderful human being, and not just the pretty face.
The roles truly resonate with the two leads who play Ella and Topher the Prince. We caught up with them on the national tour as they visited the Cleveland Botanical Gardens, the perfect setting to talk about fairy tales, enchanted forests, and life on the road.
Elise becomes empowered throughout the course of the play. She starts off as meek and mild as a mouse, like the lyrics of In My Own Little Corner say, but she has a lot of real growth. A lot of my own growth in my personal life connects a lot with Ella's life. You really see her become this strong, amazing woman, which is really exciting to play 8 times a week across the country.
And I like it so well that to be so effusive. I just met you. I'm not usually this way with someone I've just met. It's fun to see audiences relate to this guy who is actually falling in love with Cinderella, is because she gives him the confidence that he needs to be, you know.
This rebooted show and mirrors real life for these actors.
This version of Cinderella has been, and obviously had my son Hank, so Cinderella is very special to me.
One of the reasons that Cinderella is a story, and I think that, you know, little girls identify with it, of course, but as a guy in his 20s, I identify with it too. I was raised by 2 moms. They had me together in the late 80s, and I didn't really realize other families, but it's I still forget sometimes that I was raised in kind of a unique situation, and I feel incredibly lucky because I was reeling. You gave me the feeling. The room had no ceiling or floor. Something about having my moms come out and visit me on the tour, and they're so proud. I have this incredible support system and making that possible for me.
Today, Paige, 2.5-year-old Hank, his understudy, are enjoying a day at the garden.
Can you wave to your fans?
What are you doing up there?
Hello.
Can sometimes be as elusive as the glass slipper, but they've found a way to combine personal and professional goals.
My husband Adam is in New York, and we're on the road, and but we've really kind of found a nice balance with all of it. Well, we miss you.
Miss you too.
We try to never go more than 2 or 3. Trying to make sure that Hank is 100% taken care of. That's my first priority. But then also making sure I'm able to get enough sleep and eating right, you know, to do the show 100% as well.
We have been engaged for about a week and a half. I had proposed to Audrey, you know, 100 some odd times before. So I mean, thankfully when it happened, it was its own special thing. To play this part with someone that you're in love with there are no words, apparently.
Occasionally I get to step in and amazing, and I just constantly pinch myself. I just kind of had a moment where I had to just thank the universe for this opportunity. It's really amazing. It's such a beautiful story to share.
Impossible, things are happening every
People have loved it. We ran for 2 years on Broadway. We won Best Costume Design for William Ivey Long, and we've been on tour now for about 9 months. We have another year plus on the road. We're doing phenomenally well.
While the cities may change, the show remains constant.
No matter where we go, everything about the show is the same. One of the things that I always rely on is the prop box, which holds the pumpkin that becomes a carriage. One of the fun facts about the pumpkin is it bounces.
These shoes were...
And the award-winning show continues to captivate audiences across America.
And that's a great reason to come to work.
My life has, kind of turned into this happy ending, with having my husband and my son. And I mean, really the...
And we all deserve a happy ending. And a glass slipper, balancesamerica.com, or go to our website, thebalancingact.com, for all the show and
World of business. After all, healthy employees mean healthier bottom lines. With us today, Henry Dubois, President and CEO of Hooper Homes, a company specializing in biometric screening families from coast to coast. Also joining me this morning, Dr. Neil Gordon, Medical Director for Hooper Homes. I do want our viewers to know, Doctor, that you performed on me a biometric screening. It was very easy. Big this morning. I even have my little bandy to show for it. But Henry, as much as I learned while you were...
Screening event, Olga, is a place where an employee participant is able to participate and where one of our health professionals come out and are able to take the biometric screening, some basic measurements, some height, weight, blood pressure, as well as a blood draw to get some basic chemistry.
And really important for not only the employee, but the employer to know, right?
Exactly, because by the employer having this program in place, they're able to understand the overall health and wellness of their employee population, which is important from them. A healthy workforce is a productive workforce.
And doctor, when employees come in, they actually may be surprised to learn some of their results, and in minutes could have a little advisory that something's wrong.
That's correct. The fact is that somebody dies from cardiovascular disease about every 40 seconds in this country, and that's tragic because many heart attacks and strokes are potentially preventable. The first step is to know your numbers, and during the screening, each individual learns their risk factors for cardiovascular disease and other preventable conditions. It can save lives.
And with my screening, I know, doctor, you got my height, my weight, blood pressure, very easy things to do. Henry, are companies doing more and more of this, or are they falling short?
Well, many companies do this, but not as much as they should. What you've got is in large companies, about 90 to 95% of large companies, and that's companies with over 10,000 employees, may have a wellness program. Not all of them may undertake a screening, and even there, only about 50% who are eligible undertake it. On smaller and mid-sized companies, though, you only have about a 50% penetration rate. Only about 50% of the companies have a wellness program because of their scale or for one reason or another. And that's something that we, as Hooper Homes, are really trying to focus on, is how do we bring this to smaller and mid-sized companies.
Doctor, something else that you screened on me was my cholesterol, glucose, and again, minor numbers that one really needs to know because of the fact that some health conditions relating to that are really manageable.
That's 100% correct. The first step, as we've mentioned, is to know your numbers. The next step is to aggressively manage your numbers and your risk factors through a combination of comprehensive lifestyle changes and, if needed, medications. The key lifestyle interventions include regular exercise, correct nutrition, weight management, stress management, and tobacco cessation. Fortunately, there are also safe and effective medications, for example, to control blood pressure, cholesterol, and diabetes.
Now, Henry, some people may say, I don't want to do this, some misconceptions. What are some of those that really aren't true?
Well, exactly. Well, we come to the employer site. It's usually during office hours. It's something that people are able to participate in very easily. The other one is the privacy of the information. We don't share that information with others, even when it goes back to the employer. It only goes back on an aggregated basis for the overall employee population base.
And they are so private, they didn't want me to share anything with our viewers, but I am giving them permission to share my results. Can I see them, doctor, and tell me, oh my gosh, am I going to live a little longer?
Overall, you did very well. I took all of your numbers and incorporated into one score that tells us about your risk for cardiovascular disease, and your risk is very low.
Oh, good.
The main reason for that is that your HDL cholesterol, or healthy cholesterol, is high, and we like it high because it helps clear cholesterol out of your arteries. Your triglyceride values were very good. And when it comes to diabetes, your blood sugar was at a very good level. You don't have pre-diabetes. The only value that was elevated was your blood pressure. In particular, your diastolic pressure was a little bit higher than we'd like it, and that's something you should follow up with your doctor about.
Okay, my waist was, well, we won't share that.
It was excellent.
It was 26. I can live with that. Henry, your company really strives to do this. It's really important. Many things set you apart from others.
Well, we look at it making sure that the participant has a great experience. It's all about, as we call it, the 5 R's. Making sure that we get the right people, the right health professionals to the right location, making it convenient for the employer with the right equipment, at the right time, so that we get the right data to provide the right information back. So we're really able to make it about the participant and enjoy the experience.
And such a small screening really gave me peace of mind this morning.
Correct.
And for viewers who would like more information, Henry, where would they go?
Best place would be to visit us at our website. It's hooperhomes.com.
And it's really an easy screening, and it gave me a lot of peace of mind this morning. Doctor, thank you so much. Thank you for not sharing my weight. What was it again? Okay, we're good. Thank you very much, gentlemen. And of course, you can visit us at thebalancingact.com or share anything related to your healthcare concerns with us. Log on to Facebook.com/The Balancing Act Fans.
Our favorite affordable digital technology products are back, and so is Elizabeth Little of Irulu Technologies. So great to see you again.
It's great to be back.
All right, what tech tips and products are you sharing with us today?
I'm excited to show you the Irulu Hybrid Tablet PC. It's a 2-in-1 combination of a tablet and a laptop, and women love it because it's the ultimate multitasker.
Perfect.
When used as a laptop, it'll power you through your day efficiently so you can be really productive. And then when you're ready to relax at the end of the day, the screen detaches so you can use it as a tablet to watch videos, play games, and read books.
This is it, relaxing with maybe a glass of wine, okay? What I love from you is how affordable these are. What's the retail price of this combo?
This is a steal at only $359.
What?
Yeah, it's a fraction of what you would pay to purchase a tablet and laptop separately. And on irulu.com, you can save 20% today with promo code TBA20.
TBA20, and you've sold millions of devices, and they come with something pretty special too, I think.
They do. Every purchase on irulu.com is risk-free. We're so confident that you'll love our products that we back them with a year-long, hassle-free guarantee.
I love that confidence that you guys have. One last question. What makes, this tablet laptop combination such a smart choice for women today?
Well, it's great because you don't have to worry about getting up and running on it. All of the apps and programs are available right at your fingertips from one touch screen. So switching between the laptop and the tablet is a breeze.
That's great. Elizabeth, you're coming back soon, but in the meantime, where can our viewers, go to purchase this combination?
They can view our full collection on irulu.com.
Okay.
Irulu is also sold on eBay, Amazon, and Newegg.
Oh, fantastic. Can't wait for you to visit next time. I love this, love the color. You can also visit us at thebalancingact.com. Here, you can have that little sweet baby there. Or get social with us. Log on to Facebook.com/The Balancing Act Fans. Thanks so much for starting your day with us. Remember to check out BroadwayBalancesamerica.com to find out when Cinderella is coming to your city.
And I always dreamed of having a prince put a glass slipper on my...
Yes, me too. All girls do, right?
I'm still waiting. Remember, we have lots more on our website, thebalancingact.com.
We're also on Facebook and Twitter. Until next time.
Remember, find your balance.
So long, everybody.
Remember,
the glass
right here.
slipper.